Hello and welcome to Daily Current Affairs by Neo IAS. Today is 8th June 2019 and the topic we are going to discuss is Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, National Statistical Office, Map-Aided Program and the previous year question revision series. Coming to the first topic, Food Safety and Standard Authority of India. So this is a news because the Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare, they inaugurated the first ever World Food Safety Day. So this has been celebrated by FSSAI. So FSSAI is basically an autonomous body. So they are established under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. And they are, established under the Food Safety and Standards Act of 2006. Basically, they are related to food safety and regulation in India. So this was established in 2011. Okay, so they are responsible for protecting and promoting public health. So they also regulate and supervise the food safety policies and things. And their headquarters is in New Delhi. Okay, so there are some new initiatives coming under FSSAI. That is what we are going to discuss. So first is Eat Right Movement. Eat Right Movement, it is a program launched by again FSSAI. It aims to engage and enable citizens to improve their health. How? By making the right choices, right food choices. Okay, so this is a platform to provide credible information to help people, make choices about eating. Okay, so if you get a question like Eat Right Movement is associated with which organization, you have to know that it is FSSAI. So basically this is a collective effort, okay. This is to help the citizen toward making the right food and their dietary choices. What they do is they'll cut down the sugar, salt and oil consumption by 30% in 3 years, okay. Basically it has two pillars, broad pillars. One is eat healthy and eat safe, okay. The next is State Food Safety Index, SFSI. So this is again as an effort to galvanize the states to work towards ensuring food safety for citizens. Okay, so they'll measure the states on 5 parameters. One is human resource and institutional arrangement, then the compliance, food testing, infrastructure and surveillance, then training and capacity building, consumer empowerment. Okay, these are the main parameters by which the State Food Safety Index measures the states. Okay. Next is Raman 1.0. This is again a new age handheld battery. It is a battery operated device. So what they do is they rapidly detect the economically driven adulteration in edible oil, fats and ghee. Okay, so the equipment tests, the collects and stores data on the cloud using this smart device. Okay, the next is Food Safety Magic Box. This is like a do-it-yourself food testing kit. It can be used by anyone. It has a manual and it has an equipment in order to check the food adulteration. Okay, it can be used even by the school students, school children in their classroom laboratories. Okay. Then you have Eat Right Awards. Eat Right Award is to recognize the contribution of food companies and individuals to empower citizens for them to choose safe and healthy food options. Okay, in turn improving their health and well-being. Okay, and the next is Pink Book. Pink Book, it is basically a guideline. It is a guideline developed especially for kitchens in Indian homes so that they can prepare food safe, hygienic and nutritious. Okay, that is Pink Book. Okay. The next topic is Foreign Contribution Regulation Act of 2010. So this is in news because MHA, they want FCRA registered NGOs of penal action for changing office bearers without their permission. So basically FCRA, all NGOs, associations registered under this act, FCRA 2010, they'll make them eligible to receive foreign funds and donation. For that, they have to submit online application for addition, deletion or any change about the office bearers and also the key functionaries within 1 month. Okay, so FCRA Act, it's a regulatory act. It regulates a foreign contribution and foreign hospitality given to various NGOs, institutes, judges, journalists, public servants, etc. So the purpose is to check that the foreigners are not affecting India's electoral politics or public servants or judges or journalists or NGOs for wrong purposes. Okay, if someone violates this FCRA Act, he can be sent to jail for a term up to 5 years. Okay, so organization working for definite cultural, social or economic or educational or religious programs, they are eligible for foreign contribution, but they have to seek permission from Ministry of Home Affairs. Also, they have to maintain a separate account book listing the donation received from foreigners, and it will be audited by chartered accountant and will be submitted to the Ministry of Home Affairs every year. Okay, then who cannot accept foreign contributions? One is election candidate, then MPs and MLAs, then newspaper people like correspondent, columnist, cartoonist, editor, because they didn't want people of newspaper offices to get foreign currency or the foreign contributions and spread fake news. So they can also not accept foreign contributions. Then the public servants like the judges, government servants, and employees of any corporation or body controlled or owned by the government. Okay, so FCRA, it was originally enacted in 1976 during the Indira Gandhi time, and it was started because it prohibited electoral candidates and political parties, even judges, MPs or even cartoonists from accepting the foreign contribution. But a new act which was made to correct the shortfalls of the 1976 Act that came in 2010, that is the new FCRA Act. Okay, so the predecessor act is 1976 Act. The difference is that the new act, it has a license only for 5 years. You can't get a lifelong license. So registration under the earlier law, it was kind of permanent. But the new one, it will expire after 5 years and it have to be renewed every 5 years. Okay, and the administrative expenses, like they have set a limit for administrative expenses in the new legislation, and also organizations of political natures are also included. In the earlier act, it was only political parties. Now you have to, you can include also the political organizations of political nature. And FCRA 2011, they clearly enumerates that the organization of political nature, making it easier for successive government to target inconvenient NGOs. Okay, so the list contains trade union, students union, workers union, youth forum, then the women's wing of a political party, farmers organization, youth organization, everything. Even organization based on caste, community, religion, language are also included as a organization of political nature. Okay, the next topic is National Statistic Office, NSO. So this is in news because the government has now stated that NSO will be headed by Chief Statistician of India cum Secretary. Okay, so it's under Statistics and Program Implementation. So the previous NDA government, they have decided to merge the NSSO, that's a National Sample Survey Office, and the Central Statistical Office together, that's NSSO and CSO. So it had only mentioned that the secretary will be the head of NSO, and it has not mentioned the Chief Statistician of India will be the secretary. Okay, so the National Statistic Office, as I already told you, it is coming under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation by merging NSSO and CSO, and the proposed NSO, it will be headed by Secretary of Statistics and Program Implementation. It now equates the secretary with the Chief Statistician of India. Okay, and the notification, it is in lines with the recommendation of Rangarajan Commission. Okay, next is map aided program. We have national parks of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, because Uttar Pradesh and Bihar have only one national park. So first is Dudhwa National Park. It is in UP, the only national park in UP. So it is in the Lakhimpur Kheri district of Uttar Pradesh, and it is under the sub-Himalayan region. It's known as the Tarai belt. So Tarai region, it is one of the most endangered ecosystem around the globe. It's mainly sal forest, swamps and grasslands. Okay, so Dudhwa National Park of Uttar Pradesh. I have a map here. So you can see Dudhwa National Park towards the top. It has attached to Nepal. Then you have Valmiki National Park. It is in Bihar. It's the only national park in Bihar. So this is also a tiger reserve and a wildlife sanctuary. It is in India-Nepal border and it is in the West Champaran district of Bihar. So, and it is on the banks of river Gandak. Very important. So, Valmiki National Park has river Gandak flowing through it. I have a picture. It is towards the top. Okay, it's Valmiki Nagar. It's in the top. Next is PQRS. So I'll read out the question with reference to Indian Ocean Dipole, sometimes mentioned in the news. So which of the following statements are correct? So IOD phenomenon is characterized by a difference in the sea surface temperature between tropical Western Indian Ocean and tropical Eastern Pacific Ocean. That statement is wrong because it is basically Western Indian Ocean. Okay, it's a sea surface temperature difference in there. So IOD can influence on El Nino impact on the monsoon. That is correct. So the answer is B only. Indian Ocean Dipole, it is also known as the Indian Nino. So it's irregular oscillation of sea surface temperature happening in the Western Indian Ocean. Okay, it will become alternately warmer and then colder than the eastern part of the ocean. That is Indian Ocean Dipole. Okay. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the session. If you have any doubt, any suggestion, please let me know in the comment section. And thank you so much. Good night.